What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Canton Bourbon Boys video. Whiskey glasses. I said I was going to do this in a couple previous videos about kind of comparing different types of whiskey glasses. What do you get? What do you go out and buy? What's the best one? What's the best one for nosing, tasting, etc.? We're going to get into it all on the latest episode of the Canton Bourbon Boys. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. I've always been curious about whiskey glasses. Which ones make it taste better? Which ones are better for sipping neat? Which ones are better for on the rocks? I've always kind of, I wouldn't say collected, but it was like an accumulation of different types of glasses. When a new one comes out, like this one here, the neat glass from I think this one's from the San Francisco Spirits competition. The official nosing glass of the competition. So things like that come out. It's like I'm always curious whether something's going to be totally different profile-wise than drinking out of the standard Glen or a standard rocks glass. And it was kind of interesting to find out there's significant differences. So I golf a lot, and our group golfs a lot. And a lot of times we don't bring glasses to the golf course, and we'll bring a bottle or swing by somewhere after work or during lunch and grab something to drink, but we don't have the proper glassware. And I tell you what, drinking out of a freaking beer can after the beer's been out or drinking out of a paper cup is not the way to do it. Totally changes the whole profile of it, and it ruins your whole experience. But sometimes it's still interesting enough to drink whatever's there than drink nothing at all. But we drank in 1967 Old Taylor, one of the limestone castle decanters. Someone found one around here recently, and we drank that out of freaking little stainless steel, I guess you can call it a whiskey glass, but I was drinking it out of a damn coffee mug. He's drinking out of a stainless steel thing. I had a coffee mug. So it totally changed the profile, but it was still interesting to try something like that. But yeah, whiskey glasses are a big deal. Buying the right ones are a big deal. But today, I've got 6 of them poured up, and 6 of what I could say is some of the newer or some of my favorite glasses. And we're going to see which ones you need to have and which ones you can really disregard. But let's get into this a little bit. So I'm drinking Bardstown Discovery Series number 6. This one is the one with 68% Kentucky, an 11-year, 75 corn, 13 rye, 12 malts of barley. You got a 16% Tennessee, that's Dickel, 16% MGP. Discovery Series 6 was a comeback after Discovery number 5. They had a lot of that Tennessee whiskey in there. And now I'm not a Dickel hater. I don't prefer Dickel, but it's got a unique minerally aspect. People call it Flintstones vitamins, which is not horrible if you don't mind that kind of stuff. But it's not great. But Discovery Series 6 used a little bit less of that. And I ended up picking up a Discovery Series number 7 this weekend as well. And that one adds a corn whiskey from Canada, which I heard is actually pretty darn good. So we'll try it. But this is what I'm going to be drinking. Let's stay on freaking point. Let's drink out of these glasses and explain some of these glasses to you and tell you the differences and nuances, nose, palate, etc. So this first glass is it's a double-lined, double-walled glass, similar to the Norland. This one's from Aged in Ore. Let's go ahead and give all these a nose, and then we'll give all these a taste and see what we get. But you get in all rocks glasses, in my opinion, if you're nosing and you're drinking neat, it is very hard. I mean, this is it doesn't have a tulipy shape like a Glen does. The New Orleans is more tulipy shaped, but you don't get a full nose off this one. So I get the fruity aspect of it. No spice at all. It takes all that spice out. And it's just a little sweet, little fruity, but not much of a nose to it. And we know Bardstown Bourbon Company, being at the proof it is, which it's 111.1 proof, you should get a pretty nice little nose out of this. This is the neat glass from Age de Noir. So this is the glass that comes in the golf, I call it the golf kit, in a little travel kit, whiskey glass travel kit with sampler. That's a little more of a robust nose. So you get a little more out of this one than you do out of this double lined glass. So now I'm starting to get a little bit of burnt brown sugar, cherry sweetness, corn, a little bit of oak tobacco. Now this is, I've been drinking out of this glass a little while now. I like this glass. Heavy glass. I talked about in the previous video, 1.7 pounds. This thing is heavy. But let's see how it noses, and if you can. I mean, it'd be nice with a couple cubes drinking it, but let's see how it goes neat. It's heavy for neat. I get no nose at all. I get nothing. So you really got to tilt this glass heavily to try to get something. So no nose at all. The feel is great, which we'll talk about how it is drinking the nose and the feel. So right now, the neat glass wins. This Age de Noir double wall glass has a better nose than the rocks, but it's too much open air. It doesn't let the flavors really get to you. Here's a standard Glen. Oh, yeah. It's a gratiness to it. I get a little bit of tobacco, cherry, brown sugar, butter. It's like a little whipping cream aspect to it. Yeah, nice nose. So this one, same style glass. This is just a crystal Glen. So you're talking a huge weight difference between the glasses. Huge, and the feel is so different on it as well. So me, I like heavy and durable, and it definitely feels like you're drinking out of a nice little expensive glass. But it should nose the same, but sometimes mentally having different types of glasses make the experience a little bit different. Similar nose out of this one, hopefully, and thank goodness, because something wrong with my brain, but bourbon does change tremendously through time. So as long as it sits here, it's going to keep changing in these glasses. But yeah, I get a little more corn now out of this. So a little more corn, very sweet, rich fruit. I still get the tobacco, sweet tobacco notes. There's a little leathery aspect to it now. It's probably coming with the age a little bit. So this last glass here is the neat glass. This is from the San Francisco Spirits competition, the official nosing glass. So totally different shape to it. But let's go in and give it a whirl and see what we get in this one. It's hard to nose. The shape is odd. I'm sure there's a specific way they do it in comparison to how I'm doing it. I mean, I've learned professional nosing techniques, and typically that comes out of a Glencairn. A rocks glass is easy to do it. This glass here, I don't know what you're coming in, but yeah, I'm not getting much of a nose on this one. And if the only little bit I'm getting is just the sweet notes, It's taking any of the spicier notes out of the mix. But let's give these a drink, and I'll put them. I'm going to rank these in order, and I'm going to say whether it's a buy or pass. But let's go ahead and try these in order and see how the feel is of the glass, how the bourbon goes down. So far already with the aged in ore, all their other products I've loved. This glass here is a beautiful, heavy feel glass, but this one here is thin, light. It seems cheap to me, but we'll see. It's supposed to stay, not supposed to warm up with your hand, etc. But let's go ahead and give this a try and see how it goes. That's good bourbon. Beautiful, beautiful spices on that. I get minerally, so I can get the Dickel out of this. Minerally, a brown sugar spice, a little bit of cinnamon aspect to it. It is sweet on the palate as well. All around, very good. This 6 I would buy again, but 4 has been my favorite so far, and hopefully 7 comes through. But let's try this neat glass from Aged in Ore. These first 2 are Aged in Ore, so obviously better nose, but they're all going to obviously taste the same, so I'm going strictly for feel of the glass on this one. So this is, I actually prefer the feel of this as kind of a hybrid. Remember, we said this one's nose was a lot better than the rocks glasses or the neat glass. So, I mean, it's a close comparison to a Glen. It's got a similar tulipy shape as the Glen, just a little bit different. But it's got a very nice thick feel to it, which is wonderful. Let's get into this bad boy. So this is kind of, this heavy glass is so nice. You can get it a little bit smaller as well. You can get it in the I think it's I can't remember how many mils it is, but it's 1.1 pounds. It's a little bit smaller, $5 cheaper, but I wanted the big one just to see how 1.7 pounds kind of feels. But this is a nice freaking glass. But as for drinking bourbon neat, no. For some reason, this one tastes like it's opened up, or I'm getting drunk. But this one's it's a beautiful heavy glass. It's thick all the way up to the top. So beautiful heavy glass. Right now, I'm gonna start ranking these as I go. So maybe we'll have a couple categories, but these 2 are up there. If I'm sitting at home chilling out in the backyard, drinking a Orland. If I'm right now, if I'm nosing a bourbon, I'm going with this one, but we'll see. Or not nosing, drinking a bourbon. Nosing, I'm always going Glen. I'm finding that out right now. That's always go Glen. This is the first time I've done this experiment. I've drank out of these different glasses before. Just to the sneak glass I keep upstairs. The rocks glasses I'll keep kind of all over the place. So if I'm grabbing a bourbon upstairs real quick, I'll grab either one, and we'll wing it. But skip that Glen. Because this Glen, I mean, just from the feel of it, this Glen's kind of where it's at. So it automatically passes this Glen, and this Glen automatically passes here. But I really like this glass. Now let's try this one. I was excited to get this just because they said the drinking experience is a little different, and I've had this for a long time, and it has changed the aspect of bourbon slightly. So if there's stuff that's real spicy or something that I didn't like and I poured into this glass, it seemed to take the bite off. But it's awkward to drink out of. It's just completely awkward. It does change the aspect a little bit, but it's definitely last on my list right now. Actually, I'm gonna go like this. So I want to kind of conclude this without getting too fucked up off Bardstown Discovery Series. First of all, Bardstown Discovery Series 6 is really good. Obviously, people heard 5 was a little dud, but 6 is really good. Go ahead out and get Bardstown Discovery 6. 7's coming out soon. I grabbed one this weekend. 6 is going to go off the shelves, and it's an excellent product. But let's go with these glasses. So, split it up into 2 categories. Let's go, if you're tasting a bourbon, I just found out, like today, nothing is going to compare to a Glen. But these Crystal Glens, I think you can, I think they're $30 a piece. They're, I'm not sure of the weight, but I'd say 2 to 3 times as heavy as the regular glass. But get the Glencairn brand. They're great. It's the great all-around glass. It's hard to beat it. No one's ever going to beat it. This is the official whiskey tasting glass, in my opinion. So, but if you're traveling and you go to Age de Nor and you buy this little travel kit, this is perfect for the road. And it probably fits the Glen as well. If you really wanted to take the Glen and not take that one. Oh, it does not fit the Glen. They did it on purpose. They did it on purpose. I'm sure they did. You got to take the neat glass. Yeah, pretty different height. But it's good. It's good. It's a good glass. I still got a good nose off of it. Not as good as the Glen, but the feel of the glass, thick, durable, heavy, was a lot nicer than a regular Glencairn. But still, if all I have is regular Glencairns, I'm drinking that over the neat glass. But this glass from Age de Nor with the little travel kit is way worth a buy. Rocks glass, nothing I've ever drank out of has compared to this Norland heavy tumbler. This thing is unbelievable. The neat, I know this has been going around. This is probably old that this has been a thing with this neat glass. It's not a buy. Don't try it. It's not worth it. You've probably seen it before out there, advertisements for the type of glass, but that's a no. This Age de Nor double line glass, I don't like double line glasses. They have a different thin feel to them. A lot of times it's an awkward drink. No. So go with Glen, which you guys probably already know that, but the Glencairn whiskey glass that is crystal is awesome. Age de Nor, it's a surprise. It's a great glass. And go out and get yourself a Norland heavy tumbler. This is probably the best. I've got Crystal Rocks glasses. I've got regular Rocks glasses from World Market. I've got a ton of different types of Rocks glasses from most of the distilleries. Nothing has compared to this Norland heavy tumbler. So if you're drinking Rocks, Norland heavy tumbler. Neat, Crystal Glencairn. Hopefully you guys liked this video, learned a little bit about glasses. I surely did. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.